Manhattan federal court erupts as Justin Bieber takes the stand in Sean Diddy Combs trial. The Manhattan federal courthouse all but exploded this morning when global pop star Justin Bieber unexpectedly spoke out during the fifth day of the ongoing trial, where Sean Diddy Combs faces a series of grave allegations involving videotapes, abuse of power, and a criminal underground network within the music industry. Bieber, once closely connected to Diddy during the early days of his career, brought the courtroom to a standstill just before it descended into chaos. The peak came when Diddy lost control, suddenly rising to his feet and shouting about a conspiracy of betrayal. What drove Justin Bieber to step into this storm? Is he a secret witness, a hidden victim, or merely a pawn in a far bigger power game than the public ever imagined? Cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom, but leaked accounts from within have ignited a wildfire across social media. One insider claimed it was the only moment Diddy truly lost his composure. He completely panicked. Could this be just the calm before a much greater storm? And might Justin Bieber be preparing to reveal something that could change the entire trajectory of the case? Back in 2009, the bright stage lights first lit up a 15-year-old kid from Ontario, Canada. Justin Bieber, with his swooping hair and pure voice, sent the world into a frenzy with his breakout song, One Time, from YouTube sensation to global star. He was suddenly the center of the music universe, pursued by the industry's biggest names. Among them was Sean Diddy Combs, the entertainment mogul, who claimed he saw a raw diamond in Justin that just needed polishing. With a glittering smile and a confident handshake, Diddy declared himself the guiding force for the young boy stepping into a dazzling but dangerous world. But Diddy wasn't just a mentor. He opened doors that led Justin into extravagant parties and glamorous events that no teenager should have. Attended nightclubs in Los Angeles, lavish Hollywood after-parties where alcohol flowed freely and laughter echoed into the night. These became regular stops for Justin. He couldn't even drive yet, but he stood among seasoned stars, powerful producers, and the ever-watchful eyes of the media. Diddy was always nearby, patting him on the back, introducing him to people who could shape his future. But behind the friendly smile, something made Justin, though he didn't understand it, then feel out of place. One moment from that time captured on video would later come under heavy scrutiny. In an interview, Diddy half-jokingly declared, "I have custody of Justin for 48 hours. The remark drew loud laughter from everyone present, and Justin, looking awkward, simply nodded. Back then it seemed like a harmless joke, a fleeting moment in a sea of public appearances. But over a decade later, when the clip resurfaced, it took on a different tone, a hint of control, a stark reminder of the imbalance between a naive boy and a man wielding immense power, with a heart full of dreams and passion. Justin viewed Diddy as an older brother, a guide through the maze of fame. But he didn't know that behind the blinding stage lights, the dark corners of the entertainment industry were slowly closing in. The parties, the whispers, the strange looks from Diddy. They planted seeds of unease in Justin's young mind, feelings he wouldn't fully understand until years later, when looking back he realized just how dangerous it all had been. The extravagant parties Diddy brought Justin to weren't just networking opportunities, they blurred the line between stardom and exploitation. Since 2009, when Justin was still just a teenager with stars in his eyes, Diddy had positioned himself as a powerful guide. He opened doors to every opportunity a young artist could dream of. Sessions with top producers, appearances on red carpets beside music icons, introductions that made Justin's name echo worldwide. But behind the curtain, Justin began to feel the weight of Diddy's control. Diddy didn't just advise him, he shaped how Justin dressed, spoke, and even smiled in front of the cameras. What seemed like innocent moments left deep imprints on Justin's psyche. In one interview, when Justin tried to share a funny story, Diddy cut him off and answered instead, his dominant tone drowning out Justin's voice. At another event, Diddy made a joke about teaching Justin how to get girls, a comment that made the crowd burst into laughter, but left the 15-year-old red-faced and uncomfortable. These comments, though wrapped in charm, made Justin feel like he didn't truly belong. He publicly praised Diddy, calling him an inspiration in interviews, but deep down the pressure to meet the expectations of such a powerful mentor was eating away at him. The world Diddy pulled Justin into neon-lit nightclubs, cryptic conversations with industry. Titans wasn't meant for a teenager. Though naturally talented, Justin was still just a boy trying to grow up. The demand to be perfect to maintain the image of a pop prince, while facing temptations and control, gradually wore him down. By 2014 to 2016, the cracks in Justin's soul became visible. He was arrested for driving under the influence, clashed with paparazzi, and canceled several shows. The public labeled him a spoiled star, but few understood that behind the rebellious acts was a young man grappling with the fallout of being forced into adulthood too soon. In a later interview, Justin confessed, "The pressure from the industry, people like Diddy, nearly killed me." Though he didn't name names directly, his words echoed the pain of someone who once believed in his mentor only to realize the terrible cost of the spotlight. The cracks in Justin Bieber's soul didn't just come from the blinding spotlight or the pressure to maintain a flawless image. They also stemmed from moments where he witnessed the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry, things no one had ever taught him how to face. By 2015, though he had become a global superstar, Justin still carried the innocence of a young man trying to figure himself out amidst the whirlwind of fame. At an after-party following an award show in Los Angeles, dim lighting and thumping music masked an underlying tension. In a quiet corner of the room, Justin caught a glimpse of something that made his heart tighten. Sean Diddy. Combs' former mentor was gripping Cassie Ventura's arm, his then-girlfriend, with more force than necessary. Cassie, wearing a strained smile, tried to appear composed, but her eyes betrayed a deep unease. Standing not far away, Justin could feel the suffocating atmosphere, as if Diddy were sending an unspoken message. Everything was under his control. The moment didn't end there. During an interview immediately after the party, Justin noticed Diddy constantly interrupting Cassie, answering questions on her behalf, and even adjusting the way she stood in front of the cameras. Though Diddy masked it all with his signature charm and confident demeanor, Justin felt a chill run down his spine. He wanted to speak up to ask Cassie if she was okay, but the fear of a 21-year-old who had once been groomed by Diddy kept him silent. Even though Justin had weathered public pressure and media scrutiny, he wasn't yet strong enough to challenge someone like Diddy, a man both respected and feared in the entertainment world. He told himself maybe he was reading too much into it, that this was just how the industry worked, but deep down, the unease never left him. 2 years later, in 2017, as Justin tried to find himself again after years of turmoil, an unexpected message from Cassie appeared on his phone. In just a few short lines, Cassie opened up about the pain she had been enduring. She said Diddy controlled every aspect of her life, from the people she was allowed to speak to how she was supposed to present herself in public. "He watches everything, Justin. I don't know what to do anymore," she wrote, her tone heavy with despair. Though Justin was struggling with his own battles at the time, his heart sank. He remembered the 2015 party, remembered Cassie's eyes, and realized his instincts had been right all along. In his reply, he wrote, "Cassie, this isn't normal. You need to talk to someone. Get help. I'm worried about you." Though it was just a simple message, it was a sign of Justin's empathy, a small effort to pull Cassie out of the shadows. At the time, those texts were just a private conversation between two people trapped in a dazzling but unforgiving world. Justin had no idea they would become important evidence years later, when Cassie bravely stepped forward to confront Diddy. For him, the exchange served as a painful reminder of his own silence born from inexperience, from fear, and from not knowing how to push back against seemingly untouchable forces. Those whispered words between him and Cassie, though small, planted the seeds for a day when the truth would come to light, when the stage lights could no longer conceal the industry's darkest secrets. In 2018, an incident at a luxury hotel in Los Angeles deepened Justin's lingering doubts. In a piece of surveillance footage, an event he wasn't present for but later learned about, Cassie could be seen happily chatting with another artist. Before Diddy approached her, he wrapped his arm around her waist in a possessive way and whispered something into her ear. Cassie's smile vanished instantly, replaced by visible tension. She nodded stiffly before being led away by Diddy as though her freedom had been snatched away in a single moment. When Justin learned of this video years later, it was like the missing puzzle piece that completed his memory of the 2015 party when he had watched Diddy subtly yet forcefully control Cassie. That footage not only confirmed Justin's suspicions, but also became undeniable proof of what Cassie had endured under Diddy's grip. After years of pressure and rebellion, Justin began a journey to reclaim his identity. In 2018, he reached a major turning point by marrying Hailey Baldwin, a woman who became not only his love,